So, Mr. Stephanie, as promised, I'm going to come back to the issue I mentioned in my opening statement about the double counting of the LHA 9. And just for everyone's clarity, I'm just going to go through the history real clearly as best I can. So the LHA 9 was previously authorized in fiscal year 2020 when we approved the procurement of the ship with incremental funding authority in the NDAA and added $650 million in the final appropriations bill. Subsequent appropriations bills have provided additional funding. After the 2021 budget request showed LHA 9 as a future procurement in 2023, the 21 NDAA removed the ship to avoid double counting it and clarified in Section 126 that any ship added by Congress may not be specified as a new procurement quantity in future budget submissions. So the simple question is, why does this budget request again show the LHA 9 as a new procurement in fiscal year 23, and how is this consistent with Section 126?
Yes, sir. So I would say the 23 budget, the goal of the folks put together the budget was to show the year that we are going to award the contract for the ship to construct the ship, which we are planning to do in the at the end of this year, beginning of FY23. So those who put together the budget exhibits had the best intentions of showing when we are going to award the contract for the ship, and I believe with the change in administration, not all were aware of the NDAA language that actually told us to do something different, right? So I don't think there was anything purposeful here. I think it was really just different parts of the department not communicating well on providing you the budget exhibits that showed the ship as a 23 ship in what was provided. What I do know is we would like to discuss with you further, you and the staff, what the right, when we do an incremental funded ship, what the right metric is for that one in the accounting process. Is it when we award the contract? Is it when it's funded initially? What's the right method? CVN 81 is a little different story, CVN 80 a little different story. We'd like to have a consistent approach, and I know the department at the comptroller level and we in the Navy want to get to a common understanding with you. So we would love to have that conversation, sir. Well,
I think going forward, that would be very helpful. If we did have a consistent pattern, protocols, that would help you, that would help the Congress, that would help the taxpayer better understand and have the type of transparency. In this case, I mean, it was so clear that, and so clearly laid out that to see this has been problematic.
Exactly. And what matters to me is we're going to start construction later this year and deliver that ship in 2028. That's what really matters to me.
Well, I appreciate that, and we appreciate the clarification. We'll see whether something else can be done to improve going forward, for sure. General Heckel, I want to follow up on a line of questioning that Mr. Stephanie had answered earlier relating to the Commandant's requirement for traditional amphibious ships. What was his requirement?
So the Commandant's absolute requirement for traditional L-class amphibious warships is 31. More specifically 10 LHA, LHD class, and 21 LPD. So
how important is continuing the LPD amphibious ship production line to meeting the Commandant's requirement?
It's critical, sir, to meet that requirement.
I think you already answered how many more LPDs are needed. I see that the Commandant's top unfunded priority is $250 million in advanced procurement fundings for LPD 33. Can you explain how critical that request may be?
So, sir, again, to the overall, within force design is our ongoing requirement as a Marine Corps by law to be the crisis response force for the nation. Without those LPDs, sir, and the other amphibious L-class, traditional L-class amphibious warships, we cannot be there. And we're already struggling now. And case in point was the 22nd Marine Expeditionary Unit off the East Coast. General Walters, the Supreme Allied Commander, former Supreme Allied Commander of Europe, requested that MU, that Marine Expeditionary Unit Amphibious Ready Group, sortie early to be on station as the Ukrainian situation evolved or devolved, and we were not able to sortie the ship. When in reality, sir, based on the way we've typically conducted heel-to-toe deployments, the MU should have been on station and available for combatant commander tasking, and it was not.
Thank you, General, and I yield. Thank you.